everybody else. Head coach Lamar Arrington is back with us. But Marcellus, does Lamar need to beat the Chiefs Monday to validate his status?
No, he does not need to beat the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes to validate his status. You know what his status is?
What's that?
In this conversation right here, Mahomes versus Jackson, Chiefs versus Ravens, the only unanimous MVP I see on the field. Ooh, so guess what? When you get that status, you can't take that status away. When you see someone who gets certified as a doctor forever in their life, you must address them as a doctor. You must address this guy as the star he is, who is Lamar Jackson. So look at the situation who Lamar Jackson is. We're talking about a guy who is next level in terms of his performances to date, and this year is improving on a MVP season by all metrics. So for anyone to try and now take a stab, take a jab at who Lamar Jackson is, obviously he's not watching the game of football like I am on Sundays.
Marcellus, I can't stand that argument. The argument of once you get your doctorate, you're always a doctor.
Oh,
yes, Lamar needs to beat the Chiefs to validate his status, because you got to validate your status each and every year. My closest friends are Olympians, and they have the saying, once an Olympian, always an Olympian.
Yeah.
But I'm like, if you were an Olympian in the 60s, you're not qualified for the 2020 or 2021 now Olympics. You got to earn that right each and every time you step on the field. Here's the thing, Marcellus. I played at the University of Texas. We had what we'd call two rivals, Oklahoma and Texas A&M. We viewed Oklahoma as a rival because they would win, we would win. They would win, and we would win. But A&M, we kind of viewed as a big brother, little brother, because they kept trying to gnaw and claw at us, and we were like, hey, get off my foot, bro, get off my foot. That's the problem right now with the Chiefs and the Ravens. Right now, the Chiefs have done things, accomplished things that the Ravens haven't. And here's a fear. Lamar Jackson can beat everybody else. But if he keeps taking these L's to Patrick Mahomes, then he's going to be getting cradled, not only verbally, but graphically as well. This is what you're going to see, Marcellus. This is what you're going to see if Patrick Mahomes beats the Chiefs again.
He did just get engaged.
Beats Lamar and them again. You're going to see pictures on the internet, all of this. Lamar Jackson just, oh, it's cute, Lamar. It's cute what you're doing, but it's not enough. I don't need that anymore. I don't need that anymore, because I'm going to end y'all with a couple facts.
Oh, please, please.
Patrick Mahomes is the better quarterback than Lamar Jackson, statistically speaking.
Really?
Mahomes has more touchdowns a game. Lamar has more total yards a game. Mahomes has more passing yards a game. Okay, let's not talk about that, Acho. I don't care about all these passing stats. Talk to me about wins. Okay, Patrick Mahomes is 4-1 in the playoffs. Lamar is 0-2 in the playoffs. Acho, stop talking to me about playoffs, man. Talk to me about head-to-head. Okay. Lamar Jackson is 21-1 against everybody, and he is 0-2 against Mahomes and the Chiefs. The fact of the matter is, Patrick Mahomes dominates Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson has to win this game to validate that, yes, he is a star, but can he be mentioned in that same breath as Patrick Mahomes, a superstar?
Wow.
Oh, Acho.
This dude.
In week 3?
Yeah, week 3.
Now, in the playoffs, like how you use the playoffs, the debate, I like that. I like the playoff deal. You know, if we're talking he's in the AFC Championship against Patrick Mahomes, does it validate, solidify his superstar status? Of course. But I'm with Lamar on this one. They asked Lamar about the matchup. Lamar tells them it's just another game. I'm approaching it just like any other game. And I think everybody else should approach it just like it's any other game. And Lamar Jackson's superstardom is not based off of a week 3 win or loss against a team that happens to have a really, really hot football player on the team by the name of Patrick Mahomes. I'm not buying that hype. I don't think people should buy into that rhetoric or that type of hype. When I look at this game, you know what it says to me? You have two guys coming out of the gate. Here we go. Here's a racing term, right? Or a racing comparison. You got Gatlin. You got Usain. We used that the other day. We don't know who's Gatlin or Usain right now, all right? Gatlin gets out quick. If he can get you in that first 30, 60, you're going to have a problem beating him. But with Usain comes out a little slower and got to get his legs moving and get him going. I think we're looking at Pat Mahomes right now as Justin Gatlin.
Come on, bro. Don't do that.
And Usain is right on his tail.
Don't do that.
And so right now, if Justin Gatlin gets the win on Sunday, that definitely doesn't mean that he's going to win the race.
Let's talk about it, man. I love that because that's why I went short on my first lap because I knew Acho was.
You out of ammo. Be honest, Marcelo.
No, I didn't even do my ammo. I got 2 stories for you guys right here. And it's interesting that we should always focus in on when it matters most, what's their record against each other. And right now, unfortunately, because Lamar Jackson and the Ravens haven't qualified in advance, we don't know what they are going to do against each other in the playoffs. So that's yet to be seen. But Acho's younger than me, and I poke fun at that a lot of times, but at the same time, everything he knows, I've lived through, even if I don't know it. But everything I know and lived through, he hasn't. And that's the beauty of me being the veteran up here. So let's take him back.
Take me back.
Take him back when he was a youngster. He was just signing up for Pop Warner, selling candy. Mama, can I get a new jersey and $65 worth of candy? That was Acho back when these years were starting. I got 2 stories. Yeah, we had to sell candy to get on the street. Y'all remember
$1 got you a lot.
Yeah, Peyton Manning and Tom Brady. Peyton Manning and Tom Brady is what we're trying to recreate right here, correct?
Absolutely.
Do you guys know the record of Peyton Manning versus Tom Brady in the first 4 years? Oh, I do, because I remember watching it. Peyton Manning was 0-6 against Tom Brady. Despite Peyton Manning being the superstar and Tom Brady the emerging star because of his success and team success to finally getting up there where Peyton Manning was. And then you know how that rivalry finished. 6-5 advantage Peyton Manning, including 3-0 in AFC championship games. To your point, LeVar, of how this race can look different if you give it time. But let's go even further. When Acho wasn't even selling candy to be on the Pop Warner field. He didn't even know what football was. Let's go back to the mid-90s when Brett Favre was out there winning back-to-back MVPs. But Troy Aikman was the one winning Super Bowls. And everyone was like, when you gonna beat, because you're great by yourself, that guy, Troy Aikman. You know what the record was against Troy Aikman? 0-6. So, Acho, your take doesn't even stand the test of time. It doesn't land in history. And right now, you're trying to recreate a new narrative, which was already created before and destroyed. So, learn from the vet, learn from history, give this one time, and please don't put all the onus on week 3 games.
I'm not going to learn from the vet because the vet be lying. Marcellus says something that it sounded fishy. Marcellus tried to talk to me about...
Why you always lying? Marcellus, stop lying.
Here's the thing, Marcellus.
Misquoted.
Peyton Manning and Tom Brady, they faced each other 17 total times. And Brady leads that head-to-head series 11-6. 11-6. Brady is Patrick Mahomes. When we think about Brady and we think about Manning...
Did I say 4 years? Did I say the first 4 years? What was the record in the first 4 years?
0-6, Manning.
Okay, and then what happened after that?
Okay, and then what happened? And then what happened now? Who's a better quarterback? Who do we think about as a better quarterback?
You don't want
Tom Brady.
You don't want to ask that question on this team. That is a segment tomorrow. Because Peyton Manning is better than Tom Brady. Peyton Manning's better than Tom Brady. Don't do that.
What?
At quarterback,
Who is he better football player?
Better winner.
Stop this.
There's winner and better quarterback.
You done found some gold.
Y'all are going to
Thank you.
I am not
You
saying...
just moved the goalpost.
You did.
I did not.
Who's better, Emmitt Smith or Barry Sanders? Let's not play this game. Come on now.
This is ludicrous.
Go back to the topic.
No. This is now the topic. This is now... Y'all are going to sit here and tell me with a straight face that you would rather have Peyton Manning because Peyton Manning is a better quarterback than Tom Brady.
Peyton Manning with Bill Belichick.
Emmanuel Acho, please.
Yeah, I'm not even trying to be...
Okay, well, that's
this is an awkward moment.
He's only doing 5 MVPs.
No. So then if y'all are just going by talent alone, then you got to say Patrick Mahomes is the greatest of all time by that statement.
It's not...
By that statement. If that's talent with Peyton Manning. You're going off talent alone.
I didn't say talent with Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning couldn't even run, let alone walk fast. But he was the best quarterback I've seen out of those two.
Peyton Manning is arguably
Let me just go to break, and hopefully tomorrow we get into that hot fire right there.
Wow.